I didn't even tell them I was gonna be there. And then CNN's just like all day. I'm like, Luke, turn it off. That shit is fucking with your mind. And it does. But now look at it. I don't think anyone really watches TV. I'm sure some people do, but the only time I see it is in US airports, and it's always CNN. I try not to even look at it, but if I do for even a minute, I'm like, oh my god, like people watch this shit? Let's go to Wolf Blitzer in the report situation room. Flash, flash, you get a little alert. Oh, we're under attack now by another reality TV star, Little Kim, in North Korea. Oh my gosh. And everyone's like, oh, keep paying your taxes. Thank you, support the troops. But now, not many people watch that anymore. So that was the beginning of, I think, an awakening. Because for the first time, people had access to alternative viewpoints. Now, many of them, I'm sure, are very wrong. But at least they had the ability, for the first time, to get some information if they were looking for it. It took longer than I thought. When I first saw the internet in 1993, I said, there won't be any wars within 10 years. So I'm always quite optimistic. It's taken a little longer, but I think it's really starting to happen now. So they do their false flag attack in the Gulf of wherever with Iran. Iran just bombed a ship. I actually predicted that like before they did it, because it's so scripted and obvious. There was another guy who predicted, you guys know this guy, before 9/11, a month before, he said they're going to do some sort of false flag attack and blame it on Osama bin Laden. And a month later, he was killed in his own driveway. What's his name? William Cooper, I believe, yes. So, I predicted the Iran one, but that's a minor. Anyway, if I'm dead in my driveway, cryptocurrencies. Because the two main forms of control is information and money. They're losing the information war, to give Alex Jones a little bit of credit. And I don't know who he is or what his deal is, but I don't. Never met him, so I don't know. But that's why they're trying to censor everything now. And people are starting to wake up to it a little bit. Some people, not everyone. There is a lot of NPCs, non-player characters. I don't know what the deal is, or it seems like about 90% of people seem to be like that. They're just like, I don't know, it's like in Grand Theft Auto, they just keep to like, it's like, what about the roads? It's like, are you even a human being? But now with the cryptocurrencies, that's another form of major control, is money. And if you look at that word, one I, you look at the back of those filthy little pieces of paper in your pockets with dead criminals printed on them, there's like a pyramid with an all-seeing eye that hardly anyone even notices. So they've been doing this for a long time, but just in the last 30 years, they're losing control of everything. And I really don't know what's going to happen. I don't. But I sense we're getting close. And I think they're getting very scared. I know someone from the CIA is here, obviously. Get a real job. Stop living on welfare. Stop hurting people. I don't know who these people are who've been doing this shit for hundreds of years now. A lot of them are leaving though. Who's all died recently? Well, George Bush Sr., I guess. Architect of 9/11. He's throwing out baseballs. at the game, and everyone's cheering, putting their hand over their heart for the flag. Someone said the Queen. I hope she's dead. The King? Oh, McCain. Yeah. Like the Queen. I'm like, when? She's been here forever. I'm sure there's baby blood involved as well. But they seem to be taken off. Brzezinski, I think the last couple I'm waiting for is the Queen, Soros. Oh, Kissinger, yeah, that one's creepy as AF. I see him at Bilderberg every now and then. They just wheel him in like he's... So I think they're getting the message. But for the CIA person here, just let them know. I don't want to kill them. I don't want to hurt them. I know they're in so much fear. They want to control the world for whatever weird reason. I don't know about you, but I don't want to do anything to them. I just want them to stop. They're living out of fear. Incredible fear. And so much in their minds, they somehow got disconnected from their hearts. And we can help them if they want. So for the CIA guy, we're not going to do anything. It actually would be the best thing that they could do, is to stop it and open up their heart if they still have any left. And everything will be great. But if they don't, they're going to go down either way. So they might as well take the easy way out at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going to happen, and it is such an interesting time right now. Almost everyone I talk to, I like to go out sometimes and have some drinks and just talk to like regular people. And man, they've all got these crazy stories. I couldn't believe this story this one girl told me the other night. I won't even repeat it. It's so horrible what happened to her. She said, this is what my parents did to me. It's like, oh my God, what the heck's going on? There's a lot of hurt people out there. And for whatever reason, because of their pain, they want to do it to other people. I don't understand it, but that appears to be the way that a lot of people are. So in my opinion, from what I've learned in the last 10 years, because when we first started in Acapulco, it was less than this. So congratulations again to Narco Vegas. They're doing great. Yeah. And almost everyone had black t-shirts on, and we're all angry. Oh, government is horrible. And now, if you've been to Acapulco, or even just met some people here, it seems like everyone seems to be on the same page. We're not angry anymore. We're actually just working on ourselves. And my experience is when you change yourself, everything changes around you. I can't explain it. And maybe I'm crazy, and maybe it's the weed. I don't know. If so, it's great, because I've never felt better, really. In my adult life, I haven't. 5 years ago, I was really depressed. I was basically trying to drink myself to death. I didn't even know I was depressed. That's how I was just like confused and depressed and angry. Not too angry, but depressed for sure. And then a couple of years ago, I said, well, kill yourself or fix yourself. One or the other, right? Just make a choice at least. And I have a beautiful daughter. Beautiful son.
Yeah.
7 amazing dogs. Beautiful wife. And I didn't get the feeling that it would be good if I just left. And then I worked on myself, and I'm continuing to do it. I'm not perfect at all. I'm still working on myself. But, man, it just keeps getting better and better. It's like when you change your frequency or vibration, this is hippie stuff. Luke can talk about that. He's got his crystals on and all that.
Yeah.
I think it's real.
It is.
I don't know why, but like when I really focused and really did the hard work, which I'm still doing, but I think I'm through a lot of the hardest ones. All of a sudden, my life went from looking gray and black and horrible and everything's crappy to everything's perfect and you can do whatever you want and anything you do just falls into alignment. Yeah, some people understand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not just me, right? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, look into just doing some self-work. That could even just be doing some exercise. It could be eating some decent food for a change. Something that's not all just chemicals and garbage. Could mean a bit of therapy. Could mean even things like psychedelics. Cheers for psychedelics. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know about you guys. I've never had like an enjoyable psychedelic experience. It's been torture. But maybe that's because I wasn't ready to let go. I fought it. I remember the first time in ayahuasca, I was yelling at ayahuasca, the grandma. I'm like, you bitch, this has been like 5 hours of torture. Let me the F out of here. And then, I almost like passed out because I was exhausted because I was just fighting this thing. I was fighting. And finally it felt like I was just, and it wasn't really even a sound, but it felt like a sound. But it sounded like the most beautiful voice, like an angel or something. And it said, let others help you. And then, bam, I'm sober. Mexico. I just wander out. I'm out in the streets. I'm like, what the heck just happened there? And I went home. And over the next few days, I started just drinking wine like I had been doing for every day for months or years. And my wife walked in and she said, what's happening to you? She was saying, I knew she was not proud of me in any way at that moment. And I said to her, she's like, you're drinking every day. You're just in your office, writing anti-government stuff and drinking every day. And I looked at her, I went, you know, an alcoholic, as far as I understand alcoholics, if there wasn't alcohol in the house, I wouldn't even drink it, but I'm so unhappy that if I'm walking and I see that bottle of wine, I'll be like, I'll just drink that because maybe it'll end this pain, right? So I went to her and I said, can we take all the alcohol out of the house? And it felt to me I was asking the most like extreme, craziest, like how could she ever say yes to that, right? She is Mexican and they have their tequila and all that. But it seemed like, how could I even ask this? But can we just take it out of the house? And she looked at me, and right before she said it, it was like the whole universe exploded. It's like, pew! I was like, no. I'm like, woo. She's gonna say it, and she goes, let others help you. I was like, oh my fucking God. I thought I was too strong, I had to be a man, I can't ask for any help. So that's what ayahuasca told me. Like I told you, this speech is all over the map. There's no title. Someone mentioned psychedelics. I don't even know how much time I have, or if anyone wants to know anything, or...
Right to travel!
I'm also Hawaiian, though, so... you know, really, that's almost all I wanted to say. Well, I guess another thing is, though, that if you want to change the world, there's one key thing that everyone needs to do. And that's anything, something. Take action. Too many people watch YouTube videos and go, he's right. And then they just eat their chips and masturbate. I don't know what they do. They don't do anything. They don't even click like half the time. Like, just press the button. Even that will help change the world. But it's really about taking action. And I think for whatever reason, these people who have been around here for a while have really made sure that most people think that they are not important, that they can't change anything. And the truth is, every single person can change the world dramatically. But not if you're going to be doing nothing. You have to take some action. And if enough people do that, I believe we can really change things even faster than they're changing. This whole Area 51, Storm Area 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get it to Ross, but I have a story about Area 51. So I saw that, and I was like, okay, so people are starting to wake up. They're like, something's wrong. Let's actually take action and do something. I'm like, good. And I'm like, where are they going? Area 51. I'm like, go to the White House or the Congress or, you know. Well, people said we should storm the Federal Reserve. I'm like, there's nothing in that building but Keynesian economics people writing bullshit on paper. We'd break in, we'd like, stop it. They're like, why? I don't know. But it shows that people are starting to wake up. They don't know what to do. Just like any sort of like learning experience, which I think humanity is going through and always does go through in various ways. They're just very confused. Even this Donald Trump thing, a lot of people thought he's an outsider, he's going to save them. Forget about that he's friends with the Clintons for decades, friends with the Bushes for decades, and his uncle worked with George Bush from the CIA in the 40s or 50s and stole all of Tesla's technology. Forget about all that. Forget that he inherited all his money and lost it numerous times and the central banks just kept giving it back to him. Forget about all that, but he's an outsider. He's here to save you. And that's what people want. They want someone else to save them. That is never going to happen. You have to save yourself. I even think, I don't want to get into religious theories and all that, but the whole Jesus thing, so many Christians are like, we just got to wait till he comes back. How long? When? No, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I have the cross on, and the only reason I do is my wife gave it to me, and he sounds like the coolest anarchist that ever lived.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll wear that, sure. If he's real, I don't know. I wasn't there. So yeah, people are waking up. They don't know what to do. But here's the thing: if you haven't fixed yourself too much, so you got some problems, right? Everyone's got problems. You might not know how to talk to people very well. You might not be very sociable. You might smell bad. You don't have deodorant or anything. A million problems, right? You might be kind of fucked in the head a bit. When you go and talk to other people, they see that or smell it or whatever it is, and they go, I'm not listening to that guy. But when you fix yourself quite a bit, something happens, and it's been really strange for me in the last 6 months. I can't believe how people react to me. It's so night and day from before. It's like, if I talk to anyone, they're just like, they look at me almost like I'm a ghost or something, and they like really listen to me. I'm like, what happened? Like, something I'm doing, and this is me personally, the energy, the vibration, I don't know. So a big part of changing the world is changing yourself and taking action. And we don't need, when this room can change the whole world. And maybe we already are. I don't know. It's hard to quantify. Yeah, Joby's in a different country every day.
Every day.
3 days, he's like, I'm a bit tired. I'm like, why? He's like, 2 days ago I climbed Mount Fuji in my shorts. And I was like, why? He's like, I gotta take my daughter to every country in the world in the next something. But wherever he goes, I've actually seen this. If you don't know Joby Weeks, he affects people because he's kind of got, I think what I'm starting to learn, or show or whatever, when he talks to people, they listen to him because he's got this energy. And he goes, how many people have you changed in your life? It's got to be tens of thousands, I would guess. If you don't know, he basically started the decriminalization movement of marijuana in Colorado, which has gone mostly worldwide now. That's just one of the many things he's done. Yeah, he doesn't do it by himself, but he's done a lot of things, and we can all do that. So I really don't have much more to say. I don't know if I'm out of time. I don't know if we take any questions. I must be out of time, right?